So getting back to what you think the contrarian play is, and maybe not even the contrarian play, but the thing that we are doing right now and interested in doing is I want to buy more Hex on Ethereum, and I want to stake it. That's like what I'm looking at right now. And speaking of that, so we've had a lot of issues with this, and I do agree that this is, I don't want to call it a big problem, but I'd be curious to know what is going on. I tried to stake Hex from PulseChain on the Hex front end, just go.hex.com. And yeah, it takes a long time to load. There's been many issues with it. Richard Hart, in that tweet we mentioned earlier, said that looks to be one of the top priorities that they're
Yep.
working on fixing right now. But there was a tweet the other day over the weekend from Pulse Orca on Twitter. And I really don't think he was totally trying to hate, but he was just saying that he felt like it was a big problem. When is that going to get fixed and all these things? And people were kind of meeting his complaints with like, well, hey, there's multiple other front ends. Everybody is kind of co-signing the, Alex McWhorter icosa.pro, where you can stake Hedron, stake icosa. You can also do the HSI stakes for Hex on there. I did one today, and you can do that from PulseChain very, very easily on there. It reads it right away. Also, Matty Allen, something that you threw out there to me and I threw out there to them, has a front end as well. I always forget what it is. Tshare.app.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's go.tshare.app is the staking part of it. Tshare.app is just the regular website, and then the front end is go.tshare.app. You got apphex.win. I think there's 5 or 6 other ones. And
yeah,
Orca was, yes, Johnny just said it. Orca was being
I was going to read that. Yeah.
concern troll. Eric Wall Jr. So, people do that and they're like, well, how can I bring anybody into this space if the main site isn't working? Well, why? Because there's a bunch of other ones that are.
Right.
And I'm sure Richard's priorities are to get other things done first. There are more important things than a staking front end, especially when you have alternatives. It doesn't make sense. You got to prioritize things. And, Richard's always been, we've said this many times, he's always been 2 or 3 steps ahead. So trust him, trust what he's doing. They're working hard behind the scenes, even though we shouldn't expect anything from him. But we know they'll be taken care of. If you know anything about him, he's very proud to say how 100% uptime, things like that. And I'm sure it bothers him when things aren't working the way they should. It will be fixed, guys. Just relax. Use one of the other ones for now. And if you can't onboard somebody because of that, well, then, that's a terrible reason. So
yeah, baby, you must not know enough outs to get your stuff staked then. So I'm with you 100%. The points that people made about, it actually being more decentralized, really, the fact that there's multiple other front ends to go use that are community built, I think is a great thing. So I mean, I think probably the top place to recommend, just because the layout is so nice and everything, is icosa.pro for sure. And I did do a stake the other day with Matty Allen's too. So definitely good stuff, and kudos to those guys for building it all, obviously. So